work and then secure his bag. There's no reason in the world why we should be calling for the cancellation of somebody just because they feel or think differently than we
that
do.
is.
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of The Bridge Reacts. I'm your host again, Marcus.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, Jay the co-host.
It's me.
It's you. It's us. Today, thank you for joining us on this beautiful, it's Sunday for us, so it could be, I don't even know when this is going to drop, to be honest, but thank you for coming back. Today's video, we are looking on the topic talking about, of course, Kyrie Irving, a lot of stuff revolving around that. I guess it ties into like Kanye West too. I don't know if I don't have a video loaded up for that, but I might just search one at the end of this.
Yeah, that's fine.
But just like so, being really strong-minded, I guess, in a sense, when you really have a belief and you want to follow through with that belief, that's kind of like really the epitome of masculinity. Would you say?
I would say.
Like standing your ground on what you really truly believe as a man, and not folding to what people are trying to conform you to be or box you in this whatever that you might not believe into.
Stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
Good point. Here's a great representation of that. And this disclaimer: we are not anti-Semitic. We do not support any anti-Semitic
We do not.
views. We are exploring, such as Kyrie Irving as well, the idea of what it means to him. I don't even know about the whole film. I honestly don't even know what the title. Editing Marcus with the title of that film or documentary that he was talking about. We should not dare to put the link in the bio. Maybe we won't. The person who made this is Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels, please check out his video, his content, and please like our content, subscribe if you like us, like our vibe, and you want to be a part of the channel. Please also check out our Instagram live, The Bridge Between Us. We do live discussions. If you want to DM us to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
So this is Floyd Mayweather stands with Kyrie Irving when LeBron James and Nike abandoned him. Because of course LeBron James is like the
face of the NBA.
He's the face of the. I have mixed feelings about that whole thing, but we can kind of recap towards the end.
Yeah,
But,
I have some thoughts myself.
Right, and then us as black men standing up for each other, especially when this, time of need. Are we really here for each other? That's another point of this video too. But enjoy. Here it is. Let's get to it.
Kyrie, what's up? I know you're going through a lot. We had a chance to hang out in 2016 when you represented America, when you represented the red, white, and blue. You only want to be treated fair. I was going to post something on one of my social media pages, but I decided to do it the old school way. Great athlete, and you believe what you believe. America is the land of the free. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
It was.
and supposedly freedom to choose. Never be controlled by money. I respect you for having some integrity and being your own man. Stand for something or fall for anything. One man can lead a revolution to stand up and fight for what's right. One choice, one word, one action can change the world. It's crazy how people hate you for being a leader. I hope your actions encourage many others to stand up and say enough is enough. Respect to you, Kyrie, and power to the people.
Shout out to Floyd Mayweather for actually standing in some truth. It is some backbone with somebody, one athlete at least. We seen LeBron James absolutely throw Kyrie under the bus. And I think that this is the difference.
Did you see like what he's talking about? How LeBron James threw him under the bus? Did you?
I think I read a caption or something about how he doesn't agree with anti-Semitic views and he thinks he should apologize, something along those lines.
The post or whatever media was out there somewhere here. Editing Marcus will find it. But exactly what you just said, like to summarize it, like he denouncing anything that could be interpreted as anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
But it didn't sound like he necessarily said Kyrie Irving was like, he was that, obviously. I don't think he said, yeah, Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. He was just saying, like, if he did offend people, he should apologize. But from what I remember, was kind of the thing. But it still kind of seemed like, were you really sticking up for your boy? Like, we won a championship with Kyrie Irving. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I honestly, the conference that I went to a couple weeks ago, we had Riza Islam as a guest speaker, and as one of the things that he was saying was like, regardless of where you are in your financial status, you could be wealthy, you could be poor, you still a Negro. So like, if you are wealthy and you're not looking out for your people, you're still a slave. You're not wealthy and not looking out for your people, you're still a slave. So I think the point is like, regardless of where you grow to,
Yeah.
you should always have your people's back because you're black first.
Absolutely.
Before anything else.
For an athlete, before a millionaire.
Yeah. So I really feel like I understand. I'm sure he gets a lot of money from the NBA. I'm sure he's literally the face. But at the same time, like, why are you shaming your brother in public? Like,
yeah.
That's your people's.
Right.
That's how I feel.
No, I agree.
You're your own man. When you're not owned by anybody, and shout out to Floyd, because I don't think that Floyd Mayweather get enough credit for what it is that he stands for and what it is that he believes. He stands on being a good businessman. More importantly, Floyd has always learned, evolved, and separated himself from the machine. Now, Floyd, in my opinion, is quite possibly one of the greatest businessmen of all time, because for him to recognize his talent early on and then gamble on himself, which means that he's not controlled, or he was not controlled by Top Rank.
It's true.
Because he had a bigger vision for himself, right? You got LeBron James on one hand, right? That advocates for and says how it's such a brotherhood in the NBA, so on and so forth. But then the very minute that one of his so-called brothers that he actually won a championship with says something that then upsets other people or the powers that be, he turns on. Completely divested themselves against Kyrie. I guess LeBron James got the memo. The NBA, all of his NBA brothers are silent. Can't hear a whisper.
I was just gonna say, like, it's just disheartening because the thing is like, LeBron has enough pull and star power to literally take his attention elsewhere. So even if standing with Kyrie made him lose, like, you have enough money coming in from other sources, you can literally make your own shoes.
That's true.
You can whatever other endorsements you have, you can literally make your own. I'm pretty sure the people would support you.
To combat that, unfortunately, like another side of this whole video, we're trying to like tackle a lot of different topics when it comes to something like this. We as a people, we say we're gonna look out for each other and we're gonna support each other.
But then we don't actually do.
But they don't actually follow through. So say for instance, LeBron James does. I'm playing devil's advocate. Obviously, I would prefer him to also stand up for Kyrie Irving in a sense. Yeah, absolutely. If he were to have done that, of course, he's going to lose a lot, too. You heard the term, and I think he's actually going to talk about it. I've seen a lot of this video already, and I just wanted to show you and the viewers. Put in the comments, please. Breaking the buck. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So, like, just showing everyone else, like, one of the leaders in the community, that you can be, this is what happens, making an example out of breaking the buck, quote unquote, and making him look less than everyone else and seeing how he can break down as a man, so that just makes everyone else fall in line. It is that kind of vibe, and that's why all this just seems so weird. Like, all the hoops and ladders they're going to make Kyrie Irving go through.
Yeah, it was like 6 different things. I saw that. On
top of having to pay a fine, and they didn't even accept it at first. And Marcus, if I'm missing anything, put some more information on it.
His 8-novel apology on Instagram wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. So
they need more.
It just seems so lame because other people didn't have to go through this. Donald Sterling.
Why do you have to disrespect them? Those are...
Who am I disrespecting?
The world before you.
Why am I disrespecting them?
By walking, you're perceived as either a Latina or a white girl. Why should you be walking publicly with black people?
You didn't have to go through this type of same punishment, which is kind of weird. But we get it. We know what it is. This is nothing new. This isn't new shit. So, I mean...
And it takes an actual G, like Floyd Mayweather, to stand up and say, yo, it doesn't even matter what you said. I don't believe in censorship. And you feel what you feel when nobody should be able to take away your ability to earn. Nobody should be able to take away your ability to earn.
I agree.
simply because you have a difference of opinion. Instead of us having civil discourse, instead of us having a conversation, you know what we do? Cancel culture. There are other grown men calling for the cancellation of somebody else's bag. Now that.
And here's another great example, Kevin Hart. You remember that when he finally, Dave Chappelle told this story amazingly. Kevin Hart always wanted to be a part of the Oscars or host the Oscars, right? That was his dream. He finally gets accepted to be that and invited to be that. And then they dig up some tweets about how he like made some kind of like gay joke about his son. Like he said, if my son was gay, or Marcus put the tweet on here somewhere if you can find it. I'm sure we can. And I would like, if my son was gay, I'd throw a Barbie doll house on his head or something like that. And it's like, it's obviously a joke. It was, I mean, kind of like one of those jokes, especially in today's climate. But it's like
very sensitive people,
right? It really they fucked with Kevin Hart. They made him go through a whole apology tour after he didn't want to apologize. He stood on his ground, but then once again breaking the buck kind of thing. He started losing some deals, getting basically shadow banned and blacklisted, and then he went on a whole apology tour, and yeah.
Is absolutely egregious. I've had enemies. I've had people not like me. I've had people say a lot of different things. But the one thing that I've never done, two things is for certain, I've never in my life called for the removal of somebody to prevent them from getting a bag. I think that Ime Udoka should be able to go on and work and be able to secure his bag.
Remember him?
Let me say that one more time. I think that Ime Udoka should be able to go ahead.
The one actress's husband.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
The actress's husband.
And work and then secure his bag. There's no reason in the world why we should be calling for the cancellation of somebody just because they feel or think differently than
yeah,
we
that is kind of crazy. I mean, to be honest, it's like we have this thing where it's like if you don't agree with the group, you can't be with the group. And that's not like you should be able to have a differing opinion because I mean, obviously, we're all individuals. We're not all going to think the same. You know, we're not all going to act the same.
Because Floyd is his own man, owns his own company, makes his own bags, does business internationally, not just within companies of the U.S. He's not necessarily sponsored long-term by anybody, but he determines who it is that he want to rock with, depending on the type of bag that he want to secure. He's in the person that sponsors and all of this other type of stuff. He is free to say that I support you, and guess what? I don't know if these guys are really reading the room. I don't know if LeBron James actually pays attention and reads the room as far as whether or not people are truly rocking with him. But let's be clear. We're here because of the people. Even me, on my little small platforms and all that other type of stuff, I'm here because of the people. And let's be clear. I am willing to have civil discourse or think a little bit differently and so on and so forth. But when you start to take the pulse of what's going on in the streets, and if your fans are the one that buy your shoes, and your fans are the ones that support you in the league or whatever, so on and so forth, I don't know if they think that these companies are more powerful than the fans, but the minute that the people wake up and they start to bond together and the thing that is good instead of the thing that is bad, we'll bond together in order to make sure that somebody is canceled, but we won't advocate for them not to be canceled. We won't advocate and say, hey, if you go at this person, then we're going to come at you a little bit different.
That's what aggressive snaps in support of his statement.
I mean, that's real. He said it right there. Like, we all come together to destroy somebody. Can we build them up? Can we save them from being destroyed?
We come together for negativity.
Yeah. We have to see the bridge burn, but we won't rebuild the bridge.
I like that.
Between us. Subscribe to that like button.
We won't do that. You know why? Because we weak. But every once in a while, you get an athlete that has a glimmer, a spine, something in them that says that, yo, I'm going to actually rock out with my homie.
It's a nail.
Not just the dude that says, you know, I think a little bit differently. You know, I heard LeBron James say some dumb junk the other day, and he was talking about how he, you know, stands with or stands against all of this hate speech and culture. Meanwhile, he hanging out with your favorite rapper and they got his phone number. Why he didn't bring Jay-Z to the front of the congregation for all of the things that he's dropped over the years. No, you know what he did? He listened to him, he's friends with him, and he continues to rock with him, and it's hypocritical. But the hypocritical part is not that he rocks with who he rocks with. The hypocritical part is that you came up there and made a speech about how you stand against one thing, but the thing that you actually advocate for in your actions show differently. And so this is one of the reasons why I believe that Floyd Mayweather is the GOAT. At the same time, I can't continue to stand for and I can't continue to have conversations and buy and support people that are inauthentic. And so, you know, them LeBrons, they be sitting on the shelf anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
at this point, Nike too, almost because they stand. I mean, once again, we do not support anti-Semitic anything. Obviously, any kind of hate. We don't support hate of any kind, regardless. You are Jewish, you are homosexual, transgender, if you are a black woman, we don't hate anyone and we don't disrespect anyone. We are just either cracking jokes or telling you the truth. Being factual about shit. So, tell us, guys, what you think about this this whole topic when it comes to, once again, breaking the buck or just like really trying to destroy or overly punish people who are of color when it comes to things, or like how they feel, how they freely want to think. Are they standing out of the norm, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, and just being overly punished, of course. But it's just like it's fucked up. And then having your brothers not stand with you when it comes to situations, especially if you're such a big figurehead, you're so impactful, such as LeBron James.
It's not right.
Because he stood up for a lot of stuff in the past. That's why I'm not trying to like bash him and say he never has, because he was pro-black in the past. He's shown a lot of pro-black stuff, but it's like
now it's looking real ishy.
Right.
Like you're pro-black-ish. Definitely be sure to check out the Instagram where we have live conversations with our supporters and audience members, asking them questions about the state of the black community. If that interests you, please let us know. We'll be happy to have you. Go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell notification, leave us some love down below in the comments, and we will definitely see you next time.
Yes. Stay black, stay beautiful.
And stay dangerous.
See you guys.